Hey guys, I'm View Dan.
Namataku Kent, and welcome to Random Talks, our podcast-like series. How are you, Dan?
Physically, spiritually, and emotionally exhausted. Especially what's going on with North America right now. Won't go into details because we're not a political channel.
You mean the dumpster fire that I've been watching and roasting weenies and marshmallows on?
Don't forget the whole hog roast.
Yeah. Oh no, that's over at Andrew's.
But seriously, yeah, just honestly exhausting in many cases. But overall, not bad. Work going good. Everything getting a little bit back on track, little by little. Not a lot, but everything's going back into a normal system. Our tracks are finally getting realigned, fixed up and polished. Until we had another spike from COVID and get off rails again. And go through it all again next year. Where we have to be in our homes again.
Not me, I'm an essential worker.
That's true. Sucks for you. What about you? How have you been?
A lot better than you.
I'm just tired of seeing all the arguments on Facebook and YouTube and the news media.
I surrounded myself with Dungeons and Dragons and Disney Disney vloggers and live streamers. I think I'm pretty good. As far as mentally, I'm pretty good.
Maybe I should be watching Disney movies. Just go through like a whole night just watching Disney movies.
Do you have the availability to put YouTube on your TV?
My living room, yes, but not my actual TV in my room, though, unfortunately.
Is the PS4 not hooked up in that room?
Oh, it is. I just don't have anything on there except for Netflix.
Put YouTube on it and we'll watch Tom. You can watch Tom. He'll just walk around the parks. Then you can go to his other channel and watch him build Legos. I'm not going to lie. I haven't been into Legos for a long time.
I couldn't even understand Legos myself. I am not a master builder.
As I was saying, I'm not big into Legos. I haven't been into Legos since Bionicles. But it's a very zen thing just to watch. You can read a book, look up, see what, you can chat. It's a live chat, so you can just talk. And you just look what he's building. And it's pretty zen. I ain't gonna lie. I've painted D&D minis to him building Legos. But yeah, mentally I'm great. Physically,
work and all that.
Yeah. Today's my first day off since Monday.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I had more. I got more hours. So they asked me if I could work more, and I said yes.
Didn't you say yes? You said hell yes. Put more hours on for me right now.
Well, here's the crazy
Just
thing.
book more days.
Originally, I was 11 to 3 yesterday. Then the head of my department says, "You want to work 6 a.m. to 3 p.m.?" I'm like, "Sure." Hate waking up early, but sure. I go and do that. It gets closer and closer, and then one of the other people in charge says, "Hey, we're going to. Would you like to come in at 10, and then we'll just play it by ear?" So I could be either going home at 2, or I could be going home at 7, or somewhere in between. I ended up leaving at 6. So yeah.
Well, let's get some more hours.
Yeah, over 30 this week.
That's good.
Yes. But other than that, besides the craziness that is the beginning of the holiday season.
Oh, yeah. Where Christmas music comes over and just basically pushes Thanksgiving out of the way.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people, how a lot of people's like, I'm tired of hearing the Christmas music at work. I'm going to welcome it this year. Do you want to know why?
Because we need some happiness in our life?
That, and I've been listening to the same 5 songs since before COVID at work. I need something different.
Oh, no. You want to hear suffering music? Try working at Six Flags for a good old summer, where all you hear was Space Jam, Party USA, and some train song I can't remember.
We like to party. We like to party.
Yes.
We like to party. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that was a song. I think it was that song or something else. I can't remember, but it was 3 songs, almost all day long.
Fun fact about that song, it's called We Like to Party by the Venga Boys, but all their members are girls.
Tomboys?
I'd never seen the music video for it other than a Six Flags commercial. I just thought it was very interesting. Mr. Six needs to come back.
Actually, they do have a character of Mr. Six at the park.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's a rubber mask. I
Yeah.
almost want to get Scooby over
Well-
here going, we'll see who this old man really is. Some young douchebag.
They need to go back to just the special effects makeup because that was. It was a bit more expensive, I'm sure, but at least it was more convincing.
Oh, the best part was when you can tell with the eyes of who's under the mask. Or, you know, you see it's a white mask, but you see a person of color underneath. You're like, this guy got punched in the face, or that's just a different person underneath. And it's almost like so distracting in a way because you can tell.
Georgia Chainsaw Massacre.
He killed Mr. Six. Now he's wearing his body.
What was the name of that horror movie? Where it had the scissor. We are us. We are them. It was something like that. It had something similar where I forget the premise, but they kept tracking a
family.
black folks in the house, but they were all white. And then they're like,
Get out.
That that one. It's basically Get Out.
Yeah, basically. I have not seen the movie because I don't like scary movies that much.
Neither do I.
However, I know that I love Blumhouse because they actually make really great scary movies, like authentic scary movies. Like they'll use 3D effects, but when necessary. They go for practical effects all the time, which I am like, yes. Make it look realistic. Stop putting 3D on everything. And heck, they're coming up with they're actually making the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I'm just like, I want to see it. I don't care if it's Five Nights at Freddy's. I want to see it. I want to see someone get stuffed inside an animatronic suit and die from it.
You'll have nightmares for a week.
I will have nightmares for months. But I boldly say, I saw it.
Oh, man, you're a riot. Speaking of practical effects, this is Random Talks. Put the phone down. We'll get to the news in a minute. We're having fun. I said let's get this over with, but come on, we're having fun.
Yeah, finally, some fun in the wild.
Have you seen The Mandalorian?
No.
Have you seen it at all?
No. I know the premise of it. I know.
Dude, you have access to my Disney Plus. What is wrong with you?
Everything.
Besides that.
The question is what is right with you.
I don't know why Kayla puts up with you.
But here's the thing. I am not a large Star Wars fan. However, I have heard that The Mandalorian is, not related to the main story of Star Wars, but it's really good.
It's canon, but it takes place after Episode 6.
Okay, so before Rey.
Yes, before Rey, but after. It's like not that long after Episode 6.
Good. So the child is not actual Baby Yoda.
No, it's not a young Yoda. It's just they call him Baby Yoda because he's a young Yoda species.
But no one knows what the species is.
No, but you got to consider we've only seen that species 3 times: Baby Yoda, and then one of the other creatures in the Jedi Council in one of the other movies. That's literally it.
Oh, a female one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's literally the only times we've ever seen that species in the canon.
Yeah, and they're actually more in tune with the Force.
Yes.
It's really weird.
But speaking of practical effects, about 75% of the time you see the child is an animatronic.
Awesome.
You need to watch it. They've even downed the science to the CGI being so realistic it looks like it's the animatronic. It's good. How to put it in a way to make you understand? It's Star Wars. Take the Star Wars off for a second. It is a space cowboy saga, like old western in space. Slap some Star Wars into it. That's literally what it is.
So basically, kind of mix Blazing Saddles and Spaceballs a little bit. Take out most of the comedy of it. We still leave some in there to leave some funny points.
I was just gonna say make Gunsmoke look like space, and then add slap a Star Wars sticker on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. The baseline of it.
Gunsmoke in space.
Yes.
Okay, I can see that.
It makes it easier.
Yeah, but for me, like for practical effects, I know a lot of movies rely on CGI.
Mm-hmm.
However, the Sausage Critic even talked about it with his first It movie review, not the miniseries with Tim Curry.
I was going to say not the Tim Curry one,
Yeah,
the more recent one.
Yeah, the recent movie Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
They said that a lot of times CGI worked pretty well. However, when you overuse CGI, your eye is trained to see it.
Yeah.
Even a lot of movies, you can tell with it, like sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
Oof. We want to talk about CGI overkill. Sci-fi movies will do it. That's like a sprinkle of CGI. It's like
no. Sci-fi and 90s comic books.
Ooh.
Spawn.
Ooh.
You were just remembering all of
Hulk.
Hulk at least
At least tried.
It at least tried.
But still, that green bean giant looking guy.
Green giant.
Hulk. And the dogs.
Yeah, it was rough, but again, it was the 90s.
Yeah, true. And they did fix it within recent years with the Avengers coming up.
Yeah, and technically that Hulk, was it 2008?
Something like that. It was a sequel reboot.
Yeah, the sequel reboot Hulk is at least canon to the MCU at least.
Yeah. But, yeah, like, when you see zombie movies, like, say Walking Dead, that's practical effects right there. It looks so real, though.
That's because about 90% of the zombies you see are real. The only ones you can't see are the ones that are blurred out in the distance.
Yeah. But with, like, World War Z or something like that, you can tell some of the zombies on there are CGI. Like, the whole wave of zombies coming at you. It's like, let the zombies go from
okay, I'm not gonna
decaying slow body to
do you know what
zombie wave.
Do you know what? Now he's hanging 5, he's hanging 10, he's hanging 20, and now he's hanging 32. Now he's just hanging.
Now he lost all the fingers.
But no, yeah, practical effects are being brought back in a very slow manner, but it will. I mean, don't get me wrong, CGI is getting better.
That is true,
but it cannot. It just can't master the realness of practical effects.
Yeah.
Now you got the thing about practical effects nowadays is you get more of them being animatronics, like Baby Yoda being a puppet or a robot, robotic puppet.
Yeah.
And it works. You don't just have a dude in a rubber suit.
True.
Don't get me wrong. Those kaiju movies are still good.
Oh yeah, the old Japanese kaiju Godzilla movies.
Yes.
You can actually find it on HBO Max.
I know.
But another example, Jurassic Park.
Yes, the original.
The original Jurassic Park. The T-Rex head was CGI and practical effects. Which, I will say this, I did hear that the robotic T-Rex did have malfunctions during the rain scene.
Oh yeah, because the foam that they use to make the whole body, not the skeleton, the robotic skeleton, but the body itself was made of foam. And with the rain was getting absorbed into it, making the animatronic heavier, and the hydraulics and the robotics couldn't handle the extra weight.
Yeah.
So they had to literally rush that scene.
Yeah. But another part of it as well, the raptor scene in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can tell, like, some of the practical effects and CGI. The CGI has aged. I will say it has aged not too greatly. You can tell immensely CGI.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really take away from the effect, though, because, one, they're using it in a creepy-ass scene.
Yeah.
The kids are being hunted by 2 big-ass raptors, which I'm going to say this as well. But people say raptors should be, like, this tall or 2 feet tall and all that. That's an American raptor. There are actually different types of velociraptor, like different breeds of dog. The raptors in the movie are actually Mongolian-based. These are raptors actually based in the area of Mongolia, where they were bigger and possibly meaner.
Can I ask you how the hell you know that? Were you there?
No, actually, I saw a guy on YouTube named Clayton Fiorti. He's a Jurassic Park fan, and he read the book.
Gotcha.
And there was actually a scene where they found the goat area where, you know, the feed and all that, and a fence where they saw a raptor. And the part where Alan was talking about the raptor attack, when you see the one raptor and the other 2 come out from the sides, that actually happened in the book too.
Oh.
Of course, raptors hit the electric fence. Alan.
Oh, by the way, I also got a new Miku figure.
Ah.
Okay, for the record, I pre-ordered this thing before COVID. and it's just now getting here.
1 year later.
No, when I say before COVID, I mean before COVID. This was ordered back in like early 2019.
2 years later.
Pretty much. I ain't mad. It still looks great. Box came in great shape.
Unlike Elsa.
I wish I took a photo of that.
Yeah, I do too.
Wait, no, didn't I send you a photo or did I FaceTime you with that?
You FaceTime me that. Because I think I would have at least seen it on the photos when you were showing them to me.
Alright, dude, let's get into the news.
Right. Okay. Speaking of Jurassic Park, first up on the list, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 2 will be coming out on Netflix early 2021. I've seen the series.
I have not seen the series.
Made by DreamWorks, which I will say, they did a good job.
DreamWorks has its TV series, Netflix series is that how you say it? Series?
Series.
Plural.
Yeah.
They have
Voltron, great. She-Ra, great.
Mm-hmm.
Did they do Dragon Prince?
No. Wait.
Okay.
Yes.
They did?
Yes.
Dragon Prince.
Don't forget the Amazon Prime exclusive Kung Fu Panda series.
I've not seen that.
Okay. Just as good.
Yeah. The Jurassic World series, I talked about it before, but just a small recap of it. Takes place during the first Jurassic World movie with the Dominus Rex and all that. It's a little camp that they have going on. You know, it's a starting base. It's like, we're starting a camp up for the park to see how well it goes. Random kids are picked. The main kid is picked because he beat the game that they sent out.
Okay.
Some other kid, I think like his dad is like a higher up person of the totem pole of the Jurassic World, so he's there too. Some girl who uses a video is reviewing the whole thing, so she...
Sorry.
Same.
It works. It's DreamWorks.
But anyways, the first few episodes are slow. You're introduced to the characters, which is really well. Doesn't mean, there's not danger, because Mr. Rich Boy decides to go to the raptor area.
I want that one!
No, they want to go see actual dinosaurs. They only saw one compy. The little things. Yeah.
The ones that are only dangerous in swarms.
Yeah, which we do see a swarm of them at first. Until something else comes by. And then, same moron, because he got in trouble for it.
The rich kid?
Rich kid and the main kid. Rich kid decided, look, I'll make it up to you. I can show you another dinosaur because I actually know some layout of the underground pathways. How he knew partially, except he went inside the cage of one. Guess which one?
The Indominus.
No.
T-Rex.
No.
Raptor. Blue.
No.
Who?
Carnotaurus. The one with horns on its head.
The one that kind of looks like a T-Rex but has horns?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one that camouflages.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't actually show the camouflage on the series.
Still.
However, they're like, hey, question. The light's on the outside, right? Yeah. Doesn't that mean it's the outside of the cage? So that's the outside of the cage. Where are we? Next thing you see is them just bolting.
Was I right? Was I right? They turned around, or did they just cut to the running?
They just cut the running, then it roars.
Aw, I feel like they should have done that. They should have had it come out.
Probably. It's been a while since I saw it. You gotta see it yourself. It is amazing. But when they show someone getting eaten by the dinosaur, you don't see the whole. You see off screen. I don't know. That seems kind of creepier. It's like, oh, you can only imagine what's going on right there.
You got to consider that's more normal. I mean, take Doki Doki into consideration what they did. They showed a girl hanging herself.
Well, she already hung herself.
Yeah, but
you see her hanging.
Yes. Instead, you usually would see the shadow of the feet, or just the feet, or something of that nature. No, they showed the whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like that. That they gotta bring it away.
Well,
otherwise
even
the
with the
ratings
movies,
go up a little bit.
Even with the movies, you don't see the raptors eating the person whole right there. Most part you see is the T-Rex just take a chomp of some dude, and, off screen you can still see him chomping and all that.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only time you see a dinosaur even eat someone like that is Primal on Adult Swim.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I gotta say, watch it. It is actually really good. Second season just came out. Or I think the rest of the first season just came out. I can't tell anymore. But the kids are trying to survive after the Indominus breaks out. I'm like, these kids are like some of the smartest kids I have seen on Jurassic Park. And instead of like crying, like, oh, we're gonna die. They do that, but that's normal for people. They don't just sit around and just wait for someone to come save them. Like, look, if we don't save ourselves, we are going to die.
Mm-hmm.
We have to either keep moving, find some shelter of some sort, and get off this island.
Yeah. What's next?
Christmas starting now.
Christmas is starting now.
Not until Thanksgiving.
Grab some holly and mistletoe, cause we're gonna go out tonight. Gonna grab
What? He has a sickness.
right now. Yeah.
I can only be brought down by hardcore wood and tranquilizers.
When I built tranquilizer immunity.
It's snowing, I love shopping, and I freaking love Christmas. Enough to build tranquilizer immunity.
Wait, what?
I must be effing best you crazy about. I can't believe that's celebrating with me.
I knew it was coming, but you still made me jump. But, anyways, all joking aside, Christmas is starting now, at least at Disney World. They've already got all the decorations up. They already got all the snacks out, all the merch I've seen. So, a buddy of mine, Tom, has his own YouTube channel. Tom Does Disney. Check him out. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen these. Jasmine wanted this really bad, and they only had it in the parks. She's not a big collector of anything, really, but when she finds something cute, she wants it. There we go.
Chubby Mickey Mouse. Oh, in my eye. Oh,
sorry. But they actually, same design functional wise, blue balloons and snowflakes on the plastic. I don't know what color the band is, but I don't think it's black. I think it's white. Or maybe a gray. Anyways, yeah. Jasmine really wants those as well. But yeah, check out Tom Does Disney. I'll put a link down to his channel in the description. But yeah. They got that. I've seen some of the Spirit jerseys. I don't wear Spirit jerseys. I've never had a Spirit jersey. I want a couple of those. They kind of look like ugly Christmas sweaters this year. Christmas.
Crispy Christmas.
Crispy Christmas.
Oh, I didn't put this on here because I actually forgot about it.
Well, let me finish.
Okay, I'll finish.
Now, the Jingle Cruise is back, but it doesn't look like anything else. They look like they got some cavalcades that are running a bit more closer together, so it feels more like our actual parade. And Santa's in one of them. So, yeah. They got the toy soldiers and the reindeer, too. Yeah. So, now that I've finished, you can now say what you're going to say before you explode. I can see you about to explode in your back, in your eyes.
Lego Star Wars.
Holiday special, yes, I know.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about this.
Have you watched it?
I don't seen the original.
I've seen the original.
However...
I know it's not like the original at all.
Oh, no, it goes time traveling for some reason. Kylo Ren meeting Granddaddy and Emperor Palpatine in the past. I'm just like going, did this need to be made? I mean, I know that no one likes the original one, but did this need to be made?
Okay, let me put it this way. At least it's in Lego form.
I can accept that. Very true. I will accept the Lego form because the Lego always parodies things.
Yeah.
Like the Jurassic Park video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's always a joke to be had on there. Like with the lawyer getting eaten. Well, at the end, you see him get spit up.
In the original Lego movie, they parodied Chris Pratt when Chris Pratt was playing the parody of Chris Pratt.
That's funny. European, British robots. Exterminate. Couldn't even use the real name for him.
Nope, couldn't use Daleks. What's next?
Last up on the list, Digimon, the new series. We want to talk about this a little bit because it's not like a line by line story of the original Digimon Adventures.
Did you say Digimon Avengers?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
No, it's Adventures. You said Avengers.
Oh, You really gonna nitpick how I'm saying Avengers?
You're saying
Oh, you heard me wrong. I said Avengers. Shut up. Now you're tongue tied.
You said Avengers. I swear.
Avengers Bond, a symbol. But
Thor's hammer in Hulk's hand. Captain America's shield. Blonde hair with green skin. It's basically Kevin 11, but Avengers form.
Don't forget Tony Stark's
arc reactor. Yes.
I mean, that's a Digimon right there. What does he say? Kill me!
It's like I said, it's like Kevin 11 from Ben 10, only Avengers.
The original Ben 10, not the newer one. But
I'm gonna sit over here and let him talk. I'm about to start crying from that one.
But we want to give a little bit of update of what's going on with the adventures right now.
More of our thoughts.
More of our thoughts. So, Omnimon has showed up for the second time now in a fake Tokyo, which is honestly where all the power from Tokyo in the real world is going to now, because it's going dark. All the power is going out, and we see a creature known as Aimon. What's your opinion on Aimon?
Which one was that again?
The flying eyeball things.
Okay, so those things looked familiar to me from day one, and I figured out why.
They're from a game?
They're from a game.
Just like the original, like the first monsters in the internet area where Agumon was fighting them.
Yes.
All right.
They are creatures that came from... they're Digimon that came from the Digimon Dusk and Dawn series. In fact, its Mega form was the Mega form that you could achieve with that. It was the same line.
Oh, the one that we see later on?
Yeah, where it eventually digivolves into that weird tentacle eyeball blasting creature.
Yeah. After Orochimon.
Yeah. Orochimon and then its final form. Yeah, all those were in that game.
Huh.
So I guess they were like, we need something really quick. What we got? Well, we got this one. Perfect. What's it from? This game. Cool.
Well, hilarious enough, Orochimon was actually in the Data Fusion one. Or the Fusion one where the Chopmon was at. I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah.
I'm too tired to think about it.
Digimon Cross.
That's it.
Cross Wars, if you're
Cross Wars Fusion. That's it. I think it's Digimon Fusion.
That's the
American
it's Digimon Cross for the original. Yeah. But continue.
But yeah, Orochimon was actually on that one as a bad guy as well. We didn't see anything else from it though.
Yeah.
But we get to see Omnimon a second time because, for one thing, Aizmon's final laser eye blasting form is so darn strong.
Yeah.
To the point, I'm just going, we're going to see Omnimon again, aren't we? How are they going to have this one? They actually included the siblings again, from like how the original was. Which, I'm like, okay.
One thing...
Go back to the original.
One thing that I'm... Okay, so, in the original Digimon, they were able to go from in training to champion normally.
Yeah.
They needed the crests to achieve ultimate and for Agumon and Gabumon to get Mega.
Yeah.
What does that mean for the crests in this one? I know they're all achieving Mega in this anime. That was teased in the first episode. When they told the story about the ancient war and all that.
Mm.
Yeah, that was teased because you see all the shadows of them all running. That was all their Mega forms.
Mm.
So I'm wondering, what does the crests have to do to get them to that Mega form now? Because that's a completely different ballpark now.
I do like how, I love how when they had to get to the ultimate forms, they actually had to show, when Joe, Joe's always been, a little cowardly, even to the point where he doesn't want to fight at all. But when Sora was in danger of freezing to death, he actually had to stand his ground because Matt had to stay by her.
Yeah.
He was like, I have to do this for them.
Well, okay. One thing we got to point out. How the heck did TK... I'm calling him TK
because we cannot pronounce his actual name.
Yes.
And we don't want to butcher it.
Yeah, and TK is what he was called in the English dub of the original.
Yeah.
Well, how the heck did TK get captured?
He
literally go from him looking at the phone, seeing the timer, and then seeing his brother, then suddenly, now he's captured by this dark Digimon. This is a story, okay? You have point A, point B, point C, right? We just went from point A to point C. There is nothing in the middle.
There is no B anywhere. Now it's just like, oh great, now we're going to see Kyrie popping out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Where's Kyrie going to be popping out of? Ow, right behind your chair.
I mean, even I have the original. Move your elbow. I got the original Digimon board game, and you literally have all of them except for Kyrie. The Kyrie's the one you have to save from the Dark Masters. And that's when you win. And I'm just sitting there like, well, this is just a whole bunch of random.
Yeah. Here's my question though: how did Antimon get captured?
I think he maybe was such a weakened state, and then he, battle in general.
Good point. He was pretty beat up when he was captured.
There.
But here's the funny part, though: the giant evil bird Digimon that was basically was kidnapping TK. Which I will say that's the persistent bird for trying to capture one small kid.
Exactly.
That's actually the Dustmon Beast form from Digimon Frontier.
Really?
Yeah. When you see Dustmon with all the eyes on his body, his side evolution is that big bird. I'm just like,
I have more questions.
Are we going to see some more Digimon from other series on here? I would love to see them, please.
I have more questions now. Now I'm wondering if after this, are we getting a reboot of the second Digimon Adventure 2?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I would love that.
But here's something else I also noticed.
What?
When Greymon is evolving to Metal Greymon.
Yes.
When you see like the form of Greymon changing, that's Cyberdramon, one of the Dark Masters. I'm just like, because I think in the bio of Metal Greymon, the metal parts are actually from Cyberdramon.
Yes.
So I'm just like, oh, they just added that on there. That's pretty good. That's like a good season right there.
Okay, can we talk about Metal Greymon's freaking railgun?
Oh yeah, the new one he got from the
his freaking
miasma.
arm disappears and it gets replaced with a thing, and I'm like, okay,
well, don't forget his whole body was almost covered in dark miasma.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there like, when it appears, I'm like, okay, that's one of two things. That's either a railgun or that's a sword. And then it goes, I'm like, that's a railgun.
What about where Garurumon being able to fly now?
I was like, what is this, Cyberpunk 66? Come on.
I mean, I honestly...
It made more sense with Metal Greymon.
I honestly thought like all that stuff was going to make them go into their ultimate forms.
Mega, yeah.
Yeah, their mega forms. You know, turning into War Greymon, then Metal Garurumon, all that. So I'm like, so they're just enhancements?
Yeah. It's like they partially digivolved. But is that the last thing?
Yeah, Digimon was the last thing.
Well, we talked I know you wanted to talk more about Digimon, but
I know, but we have to cut it short right now because we're probably over our limit right now.
Well, not so much over the limit. It's just going to take forever to upload.
Yeah, true that.
Anyways, guys, we will talk to you again next week. We'll see what our schedule's like. We'll try to get this out a little sooner. It's just been hectic these past few weeks.
Yep.
Until next time, guys, I'm Taku Kent.
I'm View Dan. Hope you had a blast.
We love you guys. Don't forget to love each other, especially during these times. And don't forget to stay random.
Keep safe.
Peace out.